And it was just, I did it for so long, and like my father, he was, and if he listens to this interview, like I've never told him that, told him this, but he was a promoter and a manager, and I saw like both sides of it, like of the game. You know, I saw like the horrible side, like, and I saw like the glory side, because some of the fighters that he had like won world championships and stuff like that. So like that was cool, but like behind the scenes and like it's not that rewarding. And I just thought, like, I was like, okay, I need like something else, because you know, this is really not. It's really a losing sport. I love it to death, and I'm the biggest boxing fan, and I go to all the fights and watch every fight, but it just wasn't as rewarding. I just felt like it wasn't something that I wanted to keep investing my time in, and then with the slim chances of you like becoming like a world champion, and even if you become a world champion, like that doesn't mean that you're like gonna be wealthy. Like
boxing is just one of those things where it's like the personality winds up pumping people. Like you got to get number one, and then you have to have a personality draw.
Yeah,
you could be the number one boxer, and everybody be like, I don't care.
Right.
Exactly. It's like, yo, they're like, no, this dude is like pound for pound the best. They're like, yeah, but he not
Floyd, he not Deontay.
Yeah.
To this day, that's everybody knows Deontay.
Exactly. And it's like, it's the personality a lot of times that breaks out and gets people, because they're like, yo, because that's not even people don't watch boxing like that. Like, the majority of people that they're appealing to are just like, yo, I watch the stuff that, myself included, I watch the stuff that floats up to the tip of the iceberg.
Right.
I don't look at the underneath.
Tyson Fury.
So I can't tell you too much about the world. So you decided at a certain point, you're like, yo, this is not. And your dad said,
my pops, I mean, he was cool with it. Like, to be honest with you, he knew that I had like talent. I was talented, but he knew the entire game, and he knew like, okay, hey man, like that's cool. Like this, like, yeah, we could probably do something with this, but man, you got to be smart about this. So he wasn't really concerned. He would get on me about going to the gym and stuff like that, but when I told him, like, you know, this is really a wrap, like I'm gonna try to like pursue something else, he was like, that's cool. He like really supported me, because he understood what it was. I just saw too many people just take losses. I saw people go from having it to losing it. I was exposed to so much, which was good, but it just made me like be a little bit more smarter, and like, so I decided to, like, my father, outside of that, like doing managing and promoting, he worked in plants. So he was like, look, man, at that point I had stopped doing everything, and then I had a job where I was like traveling like around the United States, which it was fun because I was young and all that, but I knew that was dead end too. It's like, all right, I gotta like do something serious. So he was like, man, look, and my father just was a person, like, he had everything that a man could imagine, like a hardworking man, you know. So I never seen him miss a beat on anything, and anything that he wanted, he got. And I knew that, okay, the route that he went, that's safe, and he was encouraging me to like, hey man, why don't you try to work in the plants? You know, you can do this, that, and the third. And I was like, okay. So I stopped. I stopped traveling, went to school. I went to Houston Community College, man. And this is something that's important, man. If we got like young kids like listening and stuff like that, I like to preach this. But I went to Houston Community College and got the little degree that it's like a 2-year degree to be able to work in the plants.
Yeah.
Worked in the plants. I got an internship with Shell. Realized that wasn't what I wanted to do, because that was just like so offshore, like it's just crazy, like. And then I went back to school. I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and just go to U of H and get a engineering like degree. So 2 years in, well, I was already 2 years in, but like my third year, a company named BP came to the school and was like, I was taking classes, and it was like, look. And I was already in debt from going to TSU anyway. Yeah. And then paying, I was like, they was like, hey, if you come work if you come intern with us, we'll pay for your school. And I was like,
bet.
What? But I had to qualify to get the internship though. So it wasn't like it's like just apply and then like, whatever. And so I ended up getting the internship, and this is the crazy part. I interned, but I competed in like this it's called Technofest, and it's a competition with engineers, geologists, and different mediums of like the oil and gas industry, and it's like you have a contest to like you have to present something and you have to have a case and like show like different things that you're working on, and it has to like qualify like in certain categories, and it was like hundreds. So as an intern, which I thought it wasn't anything major, I placed third in the whole company. It's not number one or even number two, so I was just like, yeah, whatever. Like, but they looked at it like, hey man, this dude placed third as an intern with like full-time like employees that we have. Something's going on. We need this guy. So
third
was
place
like,
is a great place.
it's a great place, but when
Yeah.
you're looking at it like, okay, I was happy that I placed, but I was just like,
Got that boxing mentality. Win or
you
lose.
It wasn't- yeah, it was-
win or lose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it wasn't number one, right?
Mhm.
So anyway, they was like, look, man, you here? We you got like year and a half, 2 years left. Man, we want to bring you on like just full time, and I was like shocked. Like, hold on, so y'all telling me y'all want to bring me on, like, and I'm like, and I was questioning, but I didn't want to question too much because I'm like, I don't want them to change their mind, like,
Yeah.
like. So anyway, so they brought me on, man, and I never even finished, but I ended up just going on with BP, and then from BP with that experience, I was there for 8 years, and then transferred over to another job, and that's where I'm at now, man. So I always tell people like, it's different ways to get to it, depending
yeah,
on what
yeah.
what your goal is, A lot of people don't just think that it's a streamline, like what they see, what people tell you, hey, you got to do this, you got to do that. Really, man, it's ways to get to it. You just got to just be diligent and know how to get to it. Really.
That's good.
Now, while all this is going on, are you still like feeding that design or artistic aspect, or do you just kind of like, all right, let me just handle this and I'll get back into it later?
100%, man. Every day, like that's what I was doing on the side. So in between all that time, Exclusive Doofus manifested. That's like when the whole jacket thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then still sketching my shoes, still doing that.
Mhm.
Exclusive Doofus did what it did. But
So,
I
Yeah, tell us about
tell
Exclusive
us what
Doofus,
Exclusive
please.
Doofus. So for people that don't know, so what was Exclusive Doofus?
Exclusive Doofus was a brand that I had in the beginning. It was just, man, this was probably like 10 years ago, maybe. And
Actually, we're showing one of the ads now.
yeah,
This
wow,
is the
look at
ad. This is like an early ad. So,
yeah.
but I also want to show this because you get to see, this is like one of your first kind of clothing brands.
Yeah.
And you
Marketing
get to see
stuff,
It's
it's
the video of the marketing and
creative.
everything. This is creative.
Yeah.
This is,
This
I
is
mean,
very
this is
The
creative.
quality is horrible, man. But
Oh,
yeah.
the
The quality is
the quality is
trash.
but
Yeah.
you're talking about like going back, like
What is this? 09, 07?
Man, this shit was from, I don't even know.
Yeah,
man.
that's like, I'm like, it's back then, but still, like, you could see how creative you are, but you're an engineer. You deconstruct stuff. Your brain works like that. Like, that's just
so.
what it
Yeah,
is.
I'm about to say. So Exclusive Doofus. That's your. So tell us about the brand, where it comes from, where the name comes from, the catch that, everything.
Man, it was that was something, like I said, I did years ago, and it was like my first attempt at trying to like turn, I guess, the gift or whatever you want to say into like a business.
Okay.
And I was getting more of the push from people on the outside rather than myself. So it was a fun run. We made a statement, and a lot of people referenced some of the things that we did with Exclusive Doofus to this day. But it was like a learning experience, man, for the most part, man. But Exclusive Doofus, the name, I got the name when I was in Cozumel like years ago on a cruise, and you know how they do like the little bracelets with it, they knit them or whatever. Like
Yeah.
that. Yeah. And the person that was doing it asked me like, what name do you want? And the first name I thought of, I was just like Exclusive Doofus. I don't even know where that shit came from, like, but what it means though is, you know, just being exclusive in your own right and like having your own identity and like regardless of what people say. So
Yeah.
so that's kind of like how that manifested. And Exclusive Doofus came to an end when I realized that I needed to get like logistically sound, like with everything that I was doing as far as like the fashion stuff. Like I was very sloppy with not product but like the behind the scenes part of it. So it was like, okay, I need to go back to the drawing board, put everything on pause, and like create something that's a lot more serious and a lot more mature that could grow. Exclusive Doofus with the name and everything, which was a blessing, and we have traction from it, but it just wasn't one of those things that I felt like that could go to the next level, because it was just like a young version of myself, whereas like a Herd of Bison is like the more mature, like grounded and logistically sound version of myself.
I mean, it's got that name. Like, it's like, even FUBU. The name was only going to take it so far. When they started making suits, it was like, I'm not going to buy this. Like, I'm not. But I'm like, it was only, even though that, you said what?
You didn't want a FUBU suit?
Never wanted a FUBU suit.
Never?
Even that exclusive Doofus shirt you have on your website, that's dope.
The skull?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
That is dope.
That's one of my favorite shirts, actually.
I could understand. It's like, I'm planning on buying that tonight.
What's the semblance? Because Exclusive Doofus, I went to the original Exclusive Doofus website, and then I went to the Herd of Bison, the pig head. What is?
Yes, for real.
What's going on with the pig head?
And y'all went back.
Yes. Oh yeah, we went back.
Yeah, the pig, man. It was just something that a lot of people just look down upon the pig, man. With the swine, whether you eat it or how it's a bottom feeder, scavenger, stuff like that. So we just took it and like embraced it and like put it on a pedestal, so to speak, and put it in the form of like have like the insignia of like the brand Exclusive Doofus. So that's really what that was, man.
Okay. And actually, you know what? Let me see which video we got. Was it the succulents? No, is it succulent silhouettes or seasons change? Let's look at
change.
No. Succulent silhouettes.
Oh, okay.
Succulent silhouettes. Let's see that. That way we can juxtapose that against what
we're
you've
doing
done
now.
So I was like, well, we talking about, because I went to when you guys had the store, so you could actually see the quality of videos change, I don't know, the overall feel of everything feels a lot different with Herd of Bison. So Exclusive Doofus, you say, okay, let me go ahead and let this go. And from that, is that where Herd of Bison grows out of?
Exactly, man. It's really just, it rooted from that. And like Exclusive Doofus, I mean, a Herd of Bison is like basically a product of all my failures in life, and then but more specifically with Exclusive Doofus.
Okay.
So that's what a Herd of Bison is. Like, it's basically just a product of everything in the past. Once that happened, this is what you get, a Herd of Bison right here.
How'd you come up with that phrase? Like, it sounds so random, but it's so it's so deep. Like, what is it?
Yeah, I mean, a herd of bison, like a herd of anything, just being, like logistically sound. That was the aim from day one. Just needed to be logistically sound. I like the way that the bison move. I like how like powerful it is, how like subtle it is, but like it could turn up on you if it needs to, and we kind of do that with some of the pieces, like having like powerful like messages behind it, or or at least what we think is powerful. And so yeah, just a herd of anything, just being logistically sound. And if you see a herd of whatever it is, they're gonna move a certain type of way. They're gonna, handle things a certain type of way. Everybody's in sync, and that's kind of like how we operate with a Herd of Bison. Like behind the scenes, everything is just logistically sound and powerful. So a Herd of Bison being a powerful animal.
That makes sense, man. I mean, all your pieces, they are very standout pieces.
Appreciate
I have to admit, like even the jacket that you have on right now. That you can get online at herdofbison.com.
Sure. It's not that
because this is celebrated too. I guess the other thing too is you are releasing kind of limited pieces, limited statement pieces at that.
Yeah.
There was the piece that you had with Gandhi on it. There was the piece, the Harriet Tubman and Dorothy from
Dorothy
Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
Like there are some pieces there that you have these releases that it's like, this is a piece that I'm releasing and it is saying something.
For sure.
So what are your thoughts? Like, I guess what's the creative process that kind of goes behind this? When you decide to release, what are your thoughts behind thinking? And then even some of, I think it was like the Dr. Sibby one, where it was like you have some ones where you're like, okay, like what makes you decide, okay, this is this is what needs to be coming out, and this is how many I need to do, and all this stuff.
Right, yeah. So like the pieces, man, the art behind it, I just look at it like, you know, like is it a void that needs to be filled, like, out there, right? Like I don't want to do something, I don't want to do the same thing, but most of the time it's a natural thing. So like I get a feel for like what needs to be surfaced, and then I just put it in the form of a garment, like I'm, you know, a hoodie, or, you know, whatever it is, whatever medium I feel like using. So those pieces, you know, it's to educate, really, man. A lot of the things that that we release is like, you know, I want you to be able to like wear it and have it be a conversation piece, but also like a timeless piece.